Have you ever looked at your pantry packed with canned food and thought, if something happens, I'm ready? A lot of people do. Rows of vegetables, soups, fruits, and random cans can make a pantry look impressive. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Many of those stockpiles would fail surprisingly fast during a real emergency. Not because there's no food, because the wrong food was stored in the first place. Today we're covering some of the biggest canned food mistakes new preppers make and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1. Buying foods your family won't eat. This might be the most expensive prepper mistake of all. Many people buy canned foods simply because they're on sale, highly recommended online, or considered healthy. Then those cans sit untouched for years until they eventually get thrown away. Preparedness isn't about collecting food. It's about storing food that will actually get eaten. If your family hates canned spinach, don't buy 20 cans of it. If nobody likes sweet potatoes, don't fill a shelf with them just because they're nutritious. In an emergency, stress levels are already high. The last thing you want is a pantry full of foods everyone avoids until they're absolutely desperate. A good rule is simple. Store what you eat, and eat what you store. Rotate those foods through your regular meals so nothing goes to waste, and your family stays familiar with them. Mistake number 2. Ignoring protein. Many beginners focus almost entirely on calories. Calories matter, but protein is just as important. Protein helps maintain muscle, supports recovery, keeps you feeling full longer, and provides energy for physical work. During emergencies, you may be doing more manual labor than usual, which makes protein even more valuable. Unfortunately, protein-rich canned foods are often more expensive, so people tend to buy less of them. Look for options like canned tuna, chicken, salmon, chili, Spam, roast beef, canned ham. These foods may cost more up front, but they provide much greater nutritional value than many low-cost alternatives. A pantry filled with noodles and vegetables might look full, but without enough protein, it won't support your family nearly as well as you think. Mistake number 3. Storing too many vegetables. Now, before anyone gets upset, vegetables absolutely have a place in preparedness. The problem is balance. Many new preppers stock huge amounts of green beans, peas, carrots, and corn while neglecting foods that provide meaningful calories and protein. Vegetables offer vitamins and nutrients, but most aren't calorie-dense enough to carry your family through an emergency on their own. Think about it this way. If you're dealing with a power outage that lasts 3 days, your immediate concern isn't getting every vitamin perfectly balanced. Your priority is having enough calories and energy to function. Vegetables should support meals, not become the foundation of your food storage plan. They're excellent additions, but they shouldn't dominate your pantry at the expense of higher-calorie foods. Mistake number 4. Stocking only ingredients. A lot of preparedness-minded people love buying ingredients: canned beans, tomatoes, corn, tomato sauce, various vegetables. The problem? Ingredients aren't meals. Yes, you can eat a can of beans. You can eat canned tomatoes. But after several days, those individual ingredients become pretty unappealing. During an emergency, convenience matters. You may not have much fuel, time, or energy to prepare elaborate meals. That's why every food storage plan should include ready-to-eat options that require little or no preparation. Think canned soups, stews, chili, ravioli, beef stew, or similar complete meals. These foods can often be eaten directly from the can if necessary and provide comfort during stressful situations. Convenience foods aren't just about laziness, they're about practicality. Mistake number 5. Stocking only ready-made meals. Interestingly, Some people make the exact opposite mistake. They fill their entire pantry with canned meals and ignore ingredients completely. While ready-made meals are incredibly useful, relying on them exclusively creates another problem: food fatigue. Nobody wants to eat the same canned ravioli every day for 2 weeks. Having ingredients allows you to mix things up. You can combine beans with meat, add vegetables to soups, create different flavor combinations, and stretch your food supply further. Variety plays a huge role in morale. When emergencies last longer than expected, having options can make a significant difference in keeping everyone satisfied and willing to eat. The strongest food storage plans include both complete meals and versatile ingredients. You need convenience and flexibility. Mistake number 6. Assuming all canned foods last forever. Many people believe canned food is practically immortal. While canned foods can last a very long time, not all cans age the same way. One of the biggest misconceptions involves expiration dates. In most cases, the best buy date isn't an expiration date. It's simply the manufacturer's estimate for peak quality. Many canned foods remain safe long after that date. However, some foods deteriorate faster than others. Highly acidic foods tend to have shorter storage lives. Examples include tomatoes, tomato-based sauces, certain fruits, citrus products. The acids can gradually affect the can lining and impact food quality over time. You should also regularly inspect cans for rust, major dents, leaks, bulging lids. If something looks questionable, don't risk it. A good food storage system includes rotation. Use older cans first and replace them with fresh ones. That keeps your pantry reliable and prevents unpleasant surprises later. Mistake number 7. Ignoring calories per dollar. This is one of the smartest ways to improve your preparedness without spending more money. Many people compare prices, but never compare value. 2 cans might cost exactly the same amount. One provides 80 calories. The other provides 400 calories and a significant amount of protein. Which one contributes more to your emergency food supply? The answer is obvious. When building food storage, don't focus solely on price tags. Pay attention to how much usable energy you're getting for every dollar spent. This doesn't mean buying only high-calorie foods. It means understanding the role each food plays. Some foods provide calories, some provide protein, some provide vitamins and minerals. The goal is creating balance while maximizing value. A carefully planned pantry often outperforms a much larger pantry that was built without a strategy. A pantry filled with random sale items, low-calorie vegetables, and foods nobody enjoys might look impressive, but appearances don't keep people fed. Focus on balance. Store enough protein. Keep calorie-dense foods available. Mix ingredients with ready-made meals. Rotate your stock regularly. And most importantly, store foods your family already eats and enjoys. When you start thinking strategically instead of simply collecting cans, your pantry becomes more than a storage space. It becomes a reliable emergency food supply. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments. What's the most useful canned food in your pantry right now? Don't forget to subscribe for more preparedness, survival, and self-reliance content. Thanks for watching. Stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next video.